Welcome to Just in Time series with Vishwadharma. In this podcast, I am going to talk about an interesting dimension of thinking. Right? It is about the solutions. The solutions are the real problems. It's not the problem that you are thinking; it's the problem. It is the solution approach. What type of solutions that you are considering? What type of solutions that you are following is the real problem. So if you have not subscribed to this particular channel, please do so that you will get notifications and you will not miss any of the interesting content, the useful and most important content for improving your thought process, and you can feel happy to be part of this great thinkers club. Now, the solutions are the real problems. Yes, most of the times we think that our problems are unique to each individual. Well, it is not unique. The problems that you are facing and the problems that I am facing, the problems that any other person is facing, it's all same, right? The question paper is same for everybody, but the order of questions, right? The sequence of questions are different here, right? Question paper is same, but the order in which the questions are arranged is different. So we tend to think that we try to follow the solutions that others are following. We try to copy or imitate or adopt the solutions, whatever, whichever way you call it as. Somehow we are not really customizing our thought process. We are not really looking for any customized solutions. We are jumping towards a generalized solution, right? But when it comes to the problem statement or the problems that you are facing, you, without any doubt, right, you consider that your problem is very unique to you. Your problem is very important. Your problem is superior than any other's problems, and that's very natural mindset. Yes. So for you, your problems are important. Similarly, for others, their problems are important. But actually the problems are common. However, the order, as I said, the order of the problems that are occurring is only varying. So when you come across any problem, what kind of solution that you are following, right? Are we getting into a trap of the packaging or a marketing or any of the shortcut methods, or are we really solving the problems that we are facing? And most of the times you think that the problem and solutions are always together, or it's always it's always related and very closely attached. But the reality is it is not. The origin of problem, it could be somewhere else, but the solution may exist somewhere else, right? The problem statement, the origin of the source of the problem is somewhere it occurs, and you have to apply the solution in a different place altogether, right? So tracing, the mapping, the cause and effect relationships, such type of thought process is somehow it is fading, right? Human beings, right, we are all not in a position to spend time thinking about the rationality of cause and effect, right? What is the and most of the times we operate based on the effects. We just focus on effect, we just focus on output, we just focus on outcome. We are not really looking at the causes. They are called independent variables. We are not looking at X factors. We are only looking at Y, and then we just simply ask why, right? And then we conclude, jump to the solution. And we think, we convince ourselves that we are busy and we cannot afford to spend time in solving so and so problem. And if you are busy and if you are not able to spend quality time in solving any problem, so all problems remain half solved, right? half solved problems, half baked solutions. And unfortunately, there is a name for that also, and there is a methodology also, unfortunately. So, I think it's because of the rush towards monetization. It is because of the rush towards fulfilling, self interest and personal agenda. That's what the root cause of all these problems. So, we should always give priority to the common problems. What are the problems that everybody is facing, instead of thinking about your own problems, instead of looking at your own individual problems? Because if you solve the common problems, most of your individual problems also gets resolved, because your problems are not only belongs to you. The origin of your problem may be because of somebody else, right? It may be because of something else. Now this, you find this very happy to hear, right? When I say that you are not the reason for your problem, it's somebody else is the reason for your problem, it sounds music to your ears, right? But if I tell you the solution also, you are not responsible for solving your own problem. It is important that you have to collaborate and you have to look at the other people who are facing the similar problem and see what are all the common problems that we can address first, keeping your individual, the little differentiating factor of your individual quotient of the problem, that we can keep it aside. If I tell you that way, then you may not really find it quite interesting, right? So that's the human nature, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's the human nature. So let's focus on solutions, the quality of solutions. And one simple parameter to check always is, for any given problem, is the solution closely aligned to nature? Is the solution is natural? And is it aligned to the nature's circadian rhythm? Is it aligned to the discipline of time? The time discipline is very important, right? Most of the problems occur or recur when we deviate from nature, when we deviate from natural thought process, when we deviate from the nature's need, or the need of the nature, or the nature of the need, right? And when the greed comes into the picture, when the greed enters into the mind, that's where the problems start propagating, and it affects everybody, right? So the need versus greed has to be really important. And then stop focusing on artificial elements, right? Restrict yourself in adopting or getting into a trap of artificial solutions, right? What makes you believe the artificial solution is a really effective solution? Just because it's packaged nicely, just because it has got a tons of manual attached to it and beautifully marketed or advertised, right? So do not fall in the trap of advertisement. A real quality thing which is closely aligned to nature, it doesn't need any advertisement. Nature needs no advertisement, right? So if something is being advertised, something people are rushing towards it, that kind of instant solutions or instant gratification or impulsive way of thinking, that we should be conscious about it. We should be cautious and conscious about it. So check it out. How many of your solutions, what you are following today, are they really effective? Are they really helping you? And find out the natural alternates of each of your solution. Think about it. Be it health perspective, be it wealth perspective, right? Career or professional, or your health, happiness, whatever it is. The solutions that you have today, the solutions that you have been following, the solutions that you want to follow, find out whether they are closely aligned to nature or not. Once you start thinking in this way, then you are getting into the world of systems thinking. And systems thinking is essential to make the world peaceful. Yes, it is about knowing the connections, the source and destination, the proper tracing. Alright, so I hope this is giving you some kind of refreshing thoughts, and if yes, then you can subscribe and share it with your friends. And thank you for listening to this podcast.